All right, what's up, family? Got another one for you today. We're going to title this one, Women, Please Be More Considerate. Please. And what I'm talking about with that one, you can identify, right? We actually been through it together. I've seen you've been through it personally, where all over the world, we are all too familiar. When we see a woman in despair, let's just say, a woman on the side of the road with a flat tire, you know, a woman come out of the shopping plaza, her battery's dead in her car, carrying heavy objects, you know, in a panic for whatever reason. A lot of times, men, by nature, we run to her rescue. We're willing to help out. We even, because this is how we built, this is how we raised, help out a woman in need, you know. But it's very rare that I see a woman have that reflection and say, let me help out a man. And it don't stop, as always. I'm gonna give you a word of the day. The word of the day gonna be that simple word, reflection. Now we know, you look in the mirror, that's your reflection. But if you look up the definition of reflection, it simply means to have serious thought and consideration, particularly for someone else. Have serious thought and consideration. And what I mean by that, for all the women out there, when someone ran to your rescue, helped you out when you had that flat tire on the side of the road, gave you a charge, helped you carry them heavy items. You know, when someone was giving you some type of threat and some random stranger guy helped you out, please, like the title of the video, women, please have some more consideration. What did I say? Women, please have some consideration. Because think about it, you should be looking at yourself saying, man, when I needed help, somebody helped me out. So the next time you're on the road and you on the other side of the highway, you see that man over there stranded, hey, first of all, make sure you are in a safe environment, broad daylight. You got people with you, family members with you or whatever. Try to give some assistance to the guy, but don't just, please, I ain't helping him.
Yeah, because I'm a strong believer that it's always a two-way street. You help me and I help you.
Yes.
It goes vice versa. And my thing is that time has changed, but it's not on the world, it's the people that has changed. And it makes it very hard to trust. And then we as females, we've known to be very fragile in the sense where if anything, there's a chance that something can happen to us, but we have to block that mentality and find a different way to help out.
Now, I like that what you said. Now, I'm not telling the woman to be foolish. Don't be foolish. You know, make sure it's broad daylight. You with family and friends. You see somebody else in need, especially a man, help him out. Now, I'm not telling you to be foolish. Like, remember old girl was foolish. Remember the movie Silence of the Lambs? Remember the guy, he was acting like he was handicapped. And he was inside the van, and he kept dropping the couch, dropping the couch. And then he seen that lady. He said, oh, could you help me put this in there? And here it is, it's pitch black at night in a dark area. And she said, sure, I'll help you. I see you a little handicapped. And he said, well, look, I can't lift it from this way. If you could get on the inside, and I'll push it. That way we get on. And then he busts up. Now, I ain't telling you to be stupid like her. Now, that was stupid. Good thing that was just a movie. Those things happen in real life. But speaking of that, I remember you personally. I remember you called me up. I let her tell the story, but I remember my wife had called me up because I've always had this conversation with my wife. As long as it's broad daylight, you with family and friends, if you could lend a helping hand to a man, please do it, because we help you women all the time. And you remember, I let her tell the story.
Yeah, because first of all, I was very, when I did that to this gentleman that was, that one day I paid a visit to a friend of mine. And when I came out, there was this gentleman. He was on his way to work, and he needed help.
He needed a jump.
He needed a jump.
His battery was dead.
And I was with my girls.
Broad daylight.
And I was still at in front of my friend's house. So I really felt comfortable.
Exactly.
Because even that, I felt comfortable. I still was a person of good-hearted.
You had some reflection. You remember some people help you out.
Yeah, because I know that if one day I need help, and then there's a gentleman coming, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get the same response.
Now watch this, because we're not making this story up. When you helped that guy out, what was his response?
Oh my gosh. First of all, he paused and said, excuse me? He said, listen, do you need a jump? Because I can help you.
That's what you said to him.
I don't have the jumper. Is that how you call
Jumping
it?
cables.
The jumping cables. but I can actually help you in any kind of way.
You told me if you got jumper cables, I give you a jump from my car.
Exactly. And babe, the guy looked at me in a puzzled look, like he was confused, like as if he never had any help from a female.
That's exactly what that look was. Because he's like, yo, and I think you told me he said that to you.
Yeah, I said,
women don't normally help men.
I said, I really appreciate this.
That's what he said. You keep messing words
up.
I'm sorry. My eye said.
Yeah, he said, I appreciate you helping me. This means a lot.
Yeah.
I'm on my way to work, but by you helping me, you're gonna,
And like you said, the dude's like, women don't normally help men. Yeah. Normally women be like, no, I ain't helping. So he was, like you said, he was like, wow, what makes you help me? And he was like, cuz I see you in help. I see you need a jump. It don't cost me nothing to give you a jump. And like you said, the guy was like, I'm telling you, that almost never happens. Women normally don't help men out.
Even the simplest things. You know how you always going shopping and all that, and people open up their doors and all that? Oh. It doesn't hurt for a female to open up the door to a gentleman, because I'm pretty sure that when
gentlemen open for them all the time.
Yeah, we get that same response. Why as women, real women, why don't we just do the same thing as for men? It's not like it's costing us anything.
Now, I got two sides of that story. I seen a video on the internet that was actually very humorous. The guy was coming out of the store. He was coming as he came out of the store, he seen a woman walk in the store. So he held the door for her. And when he held the door for her, she didn't say thank you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, nothing. So he popped in the back of her head. He said, you're welcome, you B-I-T-C-H. And she's like, oh my God, what the hell's wrong? He said, no, that's a problem with y'all damn women. You don't know how to say thank you. He said, look, it's not. He said, it's not my damn job to open the door for you. It is not my damn job to open the door for you. But when somebody open the door for you, you act like you got some damn manners. Man, that video was so funny because the way he popped, that was funny. But my wife saying that you could hold the door for somebody. I'm telling you, here's another story. See, I taught her well, you know what I'm saying?
Don't get yourself so much credit.
But anyway, remember, I forgot where we was at. I don't know what store. We went in some store, wherever. This was years ago. But we never forget it. Now, for whatever reason, maybe I had our daughter's hands, or I had some in my hand. Whatever it was, I know my wife.
Yeah, you doing the same thing?
Yeah. My wife held the door for me. Mm-hmm. And when she held the door for me, I walked through, and as I walked through the door, I said, you better have. That's what I told her. I said, you better have, right? Just joking, as we always do. But after I walked in, as my wife went to walk in, it was another man in back of me, gentleman in back of me. And my wife stopped, backed up, and held the door for the man. And as the man approached, he said to my wife, he said, no, ma'am, you go. And then my wife said, no, I insist. Please, you walk through. And the man was like, what? And then my wife told him, she said, sir, men need to be appreciated too.
Exactly.
She said, men normally open doors for women all the time. She said, I'm hoping you're having a good day today. I want to hold the door for you. Mm-hmm. Please, sir, walk through. And yo, when the man walked through, like the guy you gave the jump to, he was like, I'll tell you that. He said, that almost never happens. Women don't never. He said, oh my God. And then when he came in, the man came up to me, don't know me. He said, hey, my man, I got to shake your hand. He said, I don't know you, but you got a good wife.
Making you look good.
He said, I'm telling you, women, and then he looked back at you, he said, that, you just made my day. You made my day. He said, I'm telling you, I never get women do that. They never do that.
Yeah, you appreciate them, and it's the simple things that don't cost, that doesn't go out of your way, and it doesn't cost you anything.
But you see how he said you made his day? Little do he know, he made your day by, he poured it on extra thick, and it was genuine, like he said. I don't get this. Women do not do this. They watch this. Remember this years ago? Me and my wife was out of the restaurant, and we had the window seat. You remember this?
Yeah, I remember.
We had the window seat. Talking about all this type of stuff. And as we had the window seat, our meal had just came. We started eating our meal. And as we having our little small intellect conversation, I looked out the window. I seen a guy messing around in his car. Obviously, his battery must have been dead, because he got out of the car. He went to the front of the car, opened the hood, got back in the car, and nothing was happening. And he went back to the hood of the car. So obviously he kept going back and forth. It wasn't starting. Would you believe it? About 3 cars down, these females had parked. It was about 4 females. They parked, and when they got out of the car, looking all, acting all high sedity, the dude, now I can't tell you what was being said, but I could read body language, and I did read his lips when I seen these words right here. Jump. I read them lips. But anyway, all this what I seen. The guy, he approached the women at a safe distance. He didn't get in their face. And he's like, he went like this. He's like. So I was able to see, he was asking them, ma'am, please, could you, he even put his hands like he said, please, could you women just please give me a jump? I read them lips. He said, could you give me a jump to my car? Guess what the women did? They walked up and said, and kept walking inside. And I watched all this. I said, you see, this is so inconsiderate.
That's such a negative attitude.
And remember, I told you right on the spot. I said, babe, I'll be right back. And I went outside and approached the guy. I interrupted our dinner, went outside, and I said, yo, my man, I'll give you a jump real quick. And the guy was like, yo, man, I've been out here trying to ask people for jump. He said, but yo, the thing that killed me, women ain't willing to help at all, man. This is ridiculous. See, that's how you would change a person. You might make that man right there go, nah, I ain't helping. No, nah, you get what I'm saying? Because it's like, what them women supposed to have done was have a reflection. Remember what reflection means? Have serious thought and consideration for someone else. Thinking, meaning, when somebody helped you out before, you should make it your job to say, wow, I remember I was in need, somebody helped me out. So you know what? It's my duty to have a reflection. Let me help somebody else out. Remember, ladies, long as you're in a safe setting, broad daylight, you got family and friends with you, you can lend a helping hand. I ain't telling you got to get up under the car and do an oil change, but you can at least say, look, I got jumper cables. You want to jump the car, I'll let you jump the car. I don't have jumper cables, but if you got jumper cables, you can pop my hood and take a jump. You know what? Sir, I really got to be somewhere, but I'll tell you what, I don't know. Do you need to make a phone call? I'll make the phone call for you. Don't give people your phone, because nowadays people get on your phone, they be cash apping and whatever other, get personal information. You can say, look, I can make a phone call for you. Some kind of way, though, you should have a reflection. Remember, serious thought and consideration. You should have some type of reflection to say, I remember when I was in need, somebody helped me out. I remember somebody helped my mother out. Somebody helped my wife out. Somebody helped my sister out. Doggone it, let me help somebody out. But like you said, simply opening a door for somebody, it makes somebody be like, yo, thank you. Women don't normally do that.
Even a simple smile. You don't walk around, you got a chip on your shoulder. Yeah. Because there are few females out there, women that are really, they are you could put a star around them because they know that I like to be treated like that.
That's what drew me to you. You was different. When we first got together, you was never selfish. When we got together, obviously I paid for this, I paid for it. But you was always like, no, let me pay for that. Let me at least leave the tip. And you was very persistent, like, no, let me. And I was like, see, she different. Most women be like, nah, he got to pay. He supposed to pay. You was like, no. Let me at least leave the tip. Let me pay for that. Last time you paid, could I please pay? Please, could I pay this time? And stuff like that made me say, this is the right woman right here.
Yeah, it's just like there's a say, treat each other as you wish to be treated. I believe that strongly. Now, people has changed to the worst because now it's making that other person feel like, I don't trust, or I'm not even gonna really think that I see that person, I'm gonna keep walking. But we have to bring that attitude back to have a better world. I mean, I think it is healthy. It is. It is healthy, and you make somebody else's day pretty good.
Like that guy said, you just made my day. But little did he know, he made your day too, because you like, I put a smile on his face. Yeah. And he put a smile on your face. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
who don't love compliments as well? So that made
men
my
like
day.
compliments too.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm going to give y'all one more. Watch this. Now, I've said this before. I forgot what video I said it. But it was one of Tariq Nasheed's books where he spoke about game. I think it was called, Play or Be Played. I love this one story he told in the beginning of the book, how he said, most women don't know how to talk to men. Most of the time, it's the men that do all the talking, got to tell the jokes, make the places to go eat, to go have a fun time. The women just sit there and try to be cute, whatever, right? He said, but some women, very few, there are some women, they got game. They got more than just looks and a nice body. You know, they got intellect. You know, they got ideals. He said, for example, he had went in his bar, and he said he had noticed when he walked in the bar, there was about 6 women over at a table, way over there in the corner, all just trying to look cute. None of them was trying to chat with nobody except for themselves. And they all had an evil eye towards the woman over there at the bar. She wasn't as pretty as all those women. But she had all the attention of all the men at the bar. They was surrounded her, giving her all their attention, buying her whatever she want and catered to her. Why? Because she was a different breed. That woman knew how to have a little game. Know why and how? From the moment she got there, she wasn't trying to act all cute. The game that was on TV, she knew a little bit about the game. Not a lot, but enough to have a nice conversation. Not only that, when she got herself a drink, she told the bartender, hey, bartender, I want to buy all these guys 1 round. 1 round? That's all it costs, 1 round. Most women ain't going to do that. Most women ain't spending nothing on a man. She said, I want to buy 1 round for all the guys. Do you know when she did that, that made every man in there go, oh, she royalty. We're going to cater to her. We're going to cater to her all night. That 1 round was able to get every man to say, we'll buy her dinner. We'll buy her whatever other drink she want. At the end of the night, we're going to make sure she get to her car safe. If anybody mess with her, they're going to have her best interest at hand. Why? Because she's different. She goes out her way to say, nah, y'all do for me all the time. I can at least do this 1 round. You see what I'm saying? I love when I read that story because the cute women over here, they hated the fact that this woman, as they looked at it as, we all look prettier than her. How's she getting all the attention? Because she know how to chat. She know how to conversate. She know how to have a reflection of appreciating somebody did something nice for me. Why don't I do something nice for them?
Now, you know, the first thing us females will think is like, when we actually treating the guy, you know, nice because we like to be treated. The guy will actually think that differently. Say, "Oh, I can get in her pants." And
sometimes it goes, it's negative. I agree.
It's not negative, and now that a woman looks at a guy saying, "See, that's why I'm not even going to bother treating that person, a guy nice, because he think that he can get in my pants or whatever."
I agree, but that could go both ways. Sometimes a man feel like, yo, she just using me.
Yes, but what I was getting ready to say is that a woman, a real woman, would put that man in his place and make them realize, no, don't get things twisted.
You've been in that predicament as well.
Yes, don't get it twisted. I'm just being nice because that's who I am, and I think that it should be treated because.
Remember, we was at the motor vehicles, that clown.
Oh,
Here we is together at the motor vehicle, and this guy sat next to my wife, and just having a simple conversation. Then next, you know, he's all like, so who you here with? My wife's like, I'm here with my husband right here. There he is, right? This clown gonna say, after a while, like, oh, you mind if I take you out?
But see,
and like my wife said, listen, I don't mind having a nice, simple, innocent conversation. I just told you that's my husband right there. Don't take kindness for weakness. See, I could have easily been one of these women that would just ignore you. But we was having a simple conversation. You brought up this type of car that I like that car. You brought up something about a game. Turns out she did watch that game last night. But then the dude want to be silly, and you respectfully put him in his place. You didn't have an attitude in that. Yeah,
the guy was actually drunk. You could see in his eye and you could smell in his breath that he was drunk.
But how about other times that happened where a guy tried to get your attention, and you told him, you said, no, I'm happily married, but I don't feel, you told me, this is what you told me. I don't see no harm with saying hello and saying hi to a person. You know, I'm not one of these women that's gonna walk down the street like, you like, look, ain't nothing wrong with saying hi. Matter of fact, I like your suit. That's a nice suit. Where you get that suit from? I want to get one for my husband.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
You just gotta the woman gotta put the man in place. That's all it is, but in no disrespectful way. But it doesn't give you a reason to be don't give you a reason to be disrespectful and saying, well, you know, I'm treated with respect. Why don't I just give that man respect? Because they just as I got feelings and I would like to be treated right, that man has feelings and likes to be treated right.
Exactly.
The right way.
And on that note, peace.